Why? Because if it's Scripture who declares it, I'm no authority. I really am not. And so when it comes to this, we have to recognize that this word is authoritative. This word is God-breathed. This word is living and powerful. And so this is what we try to do here. So what happens is this. Jesus now leaves this perceived holy place. He leaves the synagogue, and now he comes into Simon's home. And while he's there in Simon's home, keep in mind that what it says here in verse 29, this says Simon, Andrew, James, and John. He enters the house of Simon and Andrew and with James and John. So Simon and Andrew are living in this house. They're staying there. Peter's wife, his mother-in-law, is in that house. So you've got this family that's there as they, take on their duties as a fisherman. And something different is in the house now today. Peter's wife's mother, who's also in the house, she now has this fever. But I want you to understand, these four had already seen the authority of Jesus over that unclean spirit. So notice verse 29. Now as soon as they had come out of the synagogue. Do you understand? They were all in the synagogue. I know that there in verse 21, it says they went into Capernaum. This is right after he called them and he said, follow me. To these four, they went into Capernaum immediately on the Sabbath. He entered the synagogue and taught. Yes, Jesus entered and taught, but that doesn't mean that the four didn't enter with him. Do you understand? Only he taught. So he entered and he taught, yet the four all entered, the four left. And so as soon as they had come out of the synagogue, now we understand the four went in, only Jesus entered and taught. That's the distinction there. As they now come out, all of a sudden we recognize that Simon's wife's mother lay sick. Now, I just think it's important for us to see that when he comes out of the synagogue and he now enters the house, Jesus doesn't want to just simply meet with you and minister to you and reveal himself in a public holy place. Some people think the only place that you can meet with Jesus is in a church on Sunday morning. I better go meet with Jesus. I got to check off a box. And so you go into a church and you say, well, okay, let me be taught something. And they believe that Jesus, you meet with him in a holy place.